The devil is going to do anything to steal, kill, and destroy. He is going to use manipulative ways to get the attention and to trap people, most especially children of God, to use them for what he wants to do. And this is why we have to be careful, and then we have to be wise, just like the Bible has cautioned us. All we need to do is also to remain in prayer. Now, in this video, I'm going to share a very important message with you. You need to open your ears and then listen to this message, because if you are not careful, you are going to fall into the trap of the devil. The devil is bringing out a product which we need to be careful so that we do not get it on the market or purchase it to use it, and then at the end, we will be destroyed. So please pay attention as I am about to read out this message to you. Now, if you are in California, I have a good news for you. The people of America, we are bringing the gospel to California. Our evangelism team is coming to California to preach the gospel to you. Preparation is ongoing. If you are also in South Africa, I have a good news for you, because we are coming to 2 provinces to share the gospel of the Lord so that we can win souls for him. We've done this in most African countries, and very soon we will be coming to your country. So if you are in these 2 countries and you want to volunteer, most especially if you are in California and you want to volunteer, just send in your details, and then we are going to pray with you and then add you to the evangelism team. If you're in South Africa and you also want to volunteer, just send in your details and we are going to add you to the evangelism team. Now, if you're watching this video and you are being touched to support God's work, feel free to help us by donating, because we need to send resources and funds to our evangelism team in all these countries so that they can carry out the work of God. We need to purchase Bibles. We need to share tracts. If you have Bible, you want to donate. If you have tracts, there are certain equipments we need to purchase. And then we also go out to show love to the needy, the widows, and the orphanage, and all that. So please, if you really want to support God's work, just pick up a link in the description section of the video, and then feel free to donate whatever that you have. And I strongly believe that God is going to bless you. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to read this message the same way it was sent to me. No part has been taken out and nothing has been added to the story. Just pay close attention as I proceed with the reading of this message. Please pray over this message and seek discernment from God. Thank you. Hi, Great Miracles Avenue. My name is Linda Joy. God gave me a revelation of something evil being planned against Christians, most especially those who have not received the Spirit of God in them. I believe God revealed this because it is obvious that this will soon manifest in all corners of the world, and we must be careful not to fall for their trap this time. I sincerely pray your audience will listen to this warning. On the 20th of August 2024, I knelt to have a normal bedtime prayer. As I began to pray, I saw the walls of my room all of a sudden begin to shine bright. I wasn't sleeping because I knew I had just knelt to pray a few seconds ago. It kept getting bright until I lost touch with my surroundings. I found myself in a place that looked like a forest. In that place, I couldn't shake the feeling of something watching me. Though I was alone, restless, I decided to take a walk through the trees. I noticed the strange stillness around me. No bird chirped, not even the sound of a tree or leaves rustling, and even the breeze had disappeared. The trees seemed to bend slightly towards me. I became very scared, and I couldn't help but feel like I had entered a space I wasn't meant to be in. What had brought me here? I asked the Lord to take me away from here. As I tried to walk out and escape the forest and find my way home, the deeper I went into the forest instead, the more unnatural everything became. A faint mist began to rise around my feet. Something inside me kept pushing me to move further. As I continued down the path, I entered a clearing I had never seen before. At the center of the clearing stood an ancient oak tree. The bark of the tree was dark, almost black, and the branches reached out in all directions. On top of the pedestal sat a small glass of bottle, glowing faintly in the light. Immediately I saw this strange bottle, which I didn't know what it contained at the time. I became so attracted to it. But just then, I began to hear the voice of the Lord. The voice warned me not to move further or get closer. As the voice continued to repeat what he was saying by warning me not to move further again, the ground beneath my feet shifted. I watched my feet down and realized that the ground was no longer solid. It had transformed into water, dark and endless, spreading out in all directions. But the bottle was still resting on the pedestal. The voice told me that the bottle I was seeing contained a fragrance for perfume. It was made and crafted in the depths, far from the world I know. Instantly, the scenes around me changed. I had been taken into the marine world. The water around me pulsed with unnatural energy, and I could feel eyes unseen, yet all-seeing, watching from the shadows of this realm. I was shown the perfume bottle again. This time, it was being launched on the market in the underworld. I saw a very big market in the underworld. I saw many strange products being sold there. These products were not on the physical market. The market was big, filled with so many evil but attractive products that will make you fall to buy them. I saw people gathered around the perfume bottle. These were prominent people in our society, both men and women. It was like a cult. They were many, but I could only see two of them who looked like Barack Obama and Dr. Tedros. I am not sure if it was them, but they had similar looks like them. And I heard the voice telling me that the perfume was made here in the marine kingdom by those who seek to control the hearts of men and women above. The Lord revealed to me that once this perfume touches the skin, it will do more than merely fragrance to the body. It will seep into the souls, making them indifferent to the things of God. It was a weapon designed to weaken the spirits of those who used it. I saw a hand uncorked the perfume bottle. The moment the stopper came off, a very thick mist began to rise from the glass. It wasn't like an ordinary vapor. It spread rapidly, snaking through the dark waters and crawling along every object around, reaching out to the unseen world beyond. I was then shown scenes and visions within my vision. As I stood there, staring at the glowing perfume bottle in that dark underwater realm, it became clear to me that this wasn't just any product. This perfume was a carefully crafted tool for possession. I was made to see the terrible effects it will have on the lives of people that will use this product. I began to understand the true nature of this demonic product. The perfume wasn't just meant to change the way people smell or enhance their outward appearance. It was designed to infiltrate their very being, to open a doorway to evil forces. The mist that rose from the bottle acted as a kind of spiritual sedative, dulling the natural defenses that believers had. It didn't take them over in a violent way like many might imagine possession to be. Instead, it worked slowly, subtly, numbing the spiritual sensitivity bit by bit. I saw visions of people who had used the perfume, unaware of the danger. Each time they applied it, they unknowingly allowed the dark forces to attach themselves to their souls. These weren't dramatic possessions where someone's body would convulse or scream out, but rather a quiet invasion. The more they used the perfume, the more control these forces gained over their thoughts, actions, and desires. Their vulnerability increased with every use of the product. The minds of the victims who had used this perfume were filled with sinful thoughts and temptations. The perfume numbed them, creating a kind of fog around their hearts and minds, making it harder for them to discern what was right and what was wrong. They lost their ability to hear the voice of God that would guide them away from sin. This numbing effect was the perfume's most dangerous quality. It made people spiritually blind, unable to recognize the evil that was slowly consuming them. They became easy targets, vulnerable to the very forces the perfume had designed to summon. What began as a simple, seemingly innocent product had now become a gateway to possession. The perfume created a false sense of security. It masked the decay of their spiritual lives under a pleasant fragrance or a superficial sense of well-being. But underneath, their souls were being hollowed out, leaving them defenseless against the darkness that lurked just beyond their dulled senses. The full extent of its purpose became clear. This was not merely a cosmetic product. It was a weapon of spiritual deception and control, meticulously designed to undermine and destroy the faith of those who used it. The perfume's true purpose was to deceive and manipulate. It wasn't just about weakening a person's faith, it was about taking control of their spiritual life. The more the mist pervaded their senses, the more it eroded their ability to discern right from wrong, to feel genuine conviction, and to resist temptation. It made wrong seem right and right seem wrong. This product wasn't an overt assault, but a covert attack designed to slip through the cracks of believers' defenses. At that moment, I came back to myself. I strongly believe this was not merely a cautionary tale. It was a call to action. Either we remain steadfast in our faith or risk falling into the trap of spiritual distraction. The product, with its deceptive alloy, is the subtle ways in which our faith can be compromised. It was a reminder that we live in a world where the forces of darkness are constantly at work, seeking to lead us astray. The choice to use such a product or to engage with similar temptations represents a larger decision we all face every day. To either cling to our faith or allow ourselves to be swayed by the seductive pull of our human desires. We must choose faith. We must recognize the dangers posed by even the seemingly insignificant influences and make a cautious effort to resist them. Our spiritual lives are constantly under attack, and it is our responsibility to remain vigilant, to stay rooted in the truth, and to avoid the traps laid before us. The spiritual battle ahead is real and unrelenting. We are called to be warriors of faith, standing firm against the deceptions that seek to weaken and control us. To stay strong in faith, we must actively engage in spiritual disciplines, prayer, reading the Bible, and seeking fellowship with other believers. We need to fortify our hearts and mind, constantly evaluating the influence in our lives and ensuring they align with our commitment to God. This is not a fight we can afford to take lightly. The stakes are high, and the consequences of losing ground in this battle can be dire. But by choosing to stay strong in our faith, by resisting temptation and guarding against deception, we equip ourselves to face the challenges ahead with confidence and resilience. We are in a battle for our souls, and it is crucial to remain vigilant and steadfast. Thank you.